Have you ever met someone, and every time you talked to them, you walked away feeling worse about yourself? They smile, they're friendly, they say things that sound kind, but deep inside, you start wondering, am I being manipulated? I used to think they just didn't like me, but eventually I realized they didn't just hate me, they wanted me gone. Today, you'll learn how to tell the difference between someone who simply doesn't like you and someone who's secretly trying to destroy you from the inside. The quiet, dangerous signs that, if missed, could cost you your confidence, your reputation, maybe even your future. And most importantly, how to stay grounded, without revenge, without anger, still walking with strength, still walking with peace. Like a Stoic, I'm not sharing this because I read it in a book. I'm sharing it because I've been there. I've doubted myself. I've been manipulated by people I once called friends. I felt alone in a room full of people. And from those experiences, I learned something. The most dangerous person isn't the one who hits you. It's the one who makes you lose faith in yourself. And if you've ever felt that too, then this video is for you. 1. They sabotage you in subtle, strategic ways. Not everyone stabs you in the back with a knife. Some use soft words and let you do it to yourself. I still remember the first time I realized someone was quietly trying to sabotage me. It was at my old job, where I had worked for nearly 3 years. There was a coworker. Let's call him Mark. Always cheerful, always friendly. He often came by my desk to chat, joke around. Sometimes, I even felt guilty for doubting him, because deep down, something felt off every time we talked. One day, my boss called me into the office. An email had been forwarded. In it, Mark accidentally told my manager that I had missed an important detail in a client report. A detail he was actually the one who removed when he helped edit it for me the day before. When I confronted him, he just smiled and said it must have been a misunderstanding. He said, maybe I remembered it wrong. No anger, no apology, no explanation, just a smile. And behind it, a quiet, calculated plan. You know, not everyone sabotages you with loud attacks. Some manipulate through fake goodwill. They make you let your guard down, then let you slip slowly, without even realizing it. That's how they gain control, not with force, but with strategy, psychological insight. These people don't just dislike you. They might even admire you, but they can't stand the fact that you exist, so they choose to sabotage you quietly. This is a behavior called social sabotage. There's no proof, no direct conflict, but over time, it wears down your spirit, your confidence, and your reputation. Small lesson. Don't just look at single actions, look at the pattern. Once could be an accident, twice could be coincidence. But if you keep walking away from these interactions feeling uneasy, trust your intuition. Good people make you feel safe. Saboteurs make you doubt yourself. But what's even scarier isn't just that they sabotage you, it's that they make the world believe they're helping you. In the next part, we'll talk about people who act friendly in public, but quietly poison your reputation behind the scenes, in a way you can't even defend yourself against. 2. They act friendly in public, but undermine you privately. Some people shake your hand in public and tear you down behind closed doors. I used to have a friend like that. She was always cheerful, always supportive when others were around. Whenever we were in public, she would say kind things, praise me enthusiastically, laugh out loud at my jokes. We went out with our group of friends, attended events together, took photos together. It looked like the perfect friendship. But then, one day, I overheard something from a mutual acquaintance. She said that this same friend, the one who always supported me, had told others that I was kinda selfish, that I always wanted to be the center of attention. Whenever the group gathered, I was shocked, not because of what she said, but because of who said it, someone I had trusted the most. You see, the most dangerous kind of saboteur isn't the one who openly hates you. It's the one who defends you when there's an audience, but quietly distorts your image when you're not there. Behavior explained. This is a form of manipulation called triangulation. It's the act of creating subtle division. That person builds an image of being neutral, kind, while secretly planting seeds of doubt about you in others' minds. They rarely criticize you directly. Instead, they say things like, "I'm not sure they meant it that way, but lately, they seem a bit distant." Or, "They're talented, sure, but sometimes a little full of themselves." And just like that, you begin to lose your image in other people's eyes, while you don't even realize what's happening. Small lesson. The most skilled manipulators are the ones who always seem to be on your side. But look closely. After every conversation with them, how do you feel? More confident or more uncertain? Calm or uneasy? Genuine people leave you feeling stronger when you walk away. Saboteurs leave a quiet doubt inside you, and you can't even tell where it came from. And then there's an even more dangerous type. They don't just talk behind your back. They observe you to find what you're best at. Then they use that very strength to hurt you. In the next part, we'll explore the most sophisticated form of sabotage, where your talent isn't admired, it's weaponized against you. 3. They exploit your strengths, not just your weaknesses. They don't need to find your weaknesses, they just need to push your strengths at the wrong time and watch you fall. I once worked with someone very clever. He would often compliment me. "You write really well. Your words make people listen. I think you should write the speech for the upcoming conference. It'll definitely leave a strong impression." At first, I felt recognized. I thought, finally, someone who sees my true ability. So I agreed. I wrote the speech, prepared carefully, but at the rehearsal, he suggested I deliver it right away, with no prior notice, no projector, no slides, no time to rehearse, just a light request. With a calm smile, I stood there, stuttered, forgot my lines, and after that day, he never brought up my ability again. Instead, I heard from someone else. "He seems like a good writer, but not very confident in public speaking." That's when I understood, not all praise is recognition. Sometimes it's a sugar-coated trap. They push you into a risky spot, then let you fail on your own. Behavior explained. A subtle saboteur doesn't attack you where you're weak. They come at you through what you're best at, because they know it's what you're proud of, and also where you're most vulnerable when you fall. In psychology, this is called inverted admiration, admiration twisted by envy. They want what you have, but can't stand you having it. So they choose to make you fall from the very strength that defines you. Small lesson. Don't let every compliment push you too fast. Not all encouragement is pure. Take a step back and ask yourself, am I truly being supported? Or am I being pushed to the edge with a pat on the back? Someone who truly wants you to succeed will help you prepare. Someone who wants you to fail will rush you on stage before the lights are even on. And then there's a darker form of manipulation. They don't take you down with praise. They don't control you with smiles. They do it by blaming you for things they caused. In the next part, we'll talk about those who make you question yourself by twisting the truth, bending the situation, and making the whole world believe that you're the problem. 4. They frame you as the problem when they're the cause. Few things break you faster than being blamed for something you didn't do, especially when you start to believe it. I once had a boss. Every time something went wrong in the team, he would always begin with the same line. "I'm not trying to blame anyone, but we all know where the problem started." And his eyes always landed on me. At first, I thought maybe I really did make a mistake. I double-checked my emails, deadlines, messages. Nothing was wrong. But then, the subtle hints kept repeating. From him, from coworkers who once trusted me, from people who didn't even know the details, but started looking at me differently. I began to doubt myself. Every time something happened, I asked myself, did I mess up again? That's when I realized I wasn't just being blamed, I was being reshaped into the problem. Behavior explained. This is a common manipulation tactic. It's called gaslighting. Emotional manipulation that makes people question their own perception. People like this don't need to yell, they just bend the story a little, leave out a few facts, add a few suggestions, and let the rest unfold in your mind and in the minds of those around you. From there, you're not just misunderstood, you begin to misunderstand yourself. Small lesson. When truth gets twisted too many times, you'll need something steady. And that's clarity. Keep your records, write a work journal, take notes of what was assigned and what you actually did, not because you need to fight back, but because you need an anchor, so you don't get swept away by stories others write about you. Clarity is freedom. When you know what's true, you won't need anyone else to tell you who you are. And maybe the bigger question isn't, why are they doing this to me? But rather, what do I do now that I know I'm in a toxic relationship like this? In the final part, we'll learn how to spot, face, and walk away from the people who are hurting you, while still keeping your calm, your strength, and your self-respect intact. 5. How to spot, confront, and disengage with malicious people. You don't need revenge. You just need to step away at the right time, with calm and an intact sense of self. I used to think that, in order to escape a toxic person, I had to clear everything up, speak the truth, expose them in front of everyone, so that justice could be restored, so that my dignity could be returned. But the more I tried to do that, the more exhausted I felt. They didn't react, didn't apologize. They just kept being who they were and let me drown in my own emotional chaos. And then I realized some people aren't worth winning a conversation against because they don't care about the truth. They only care that you're hurt enough to walk away quietly. Behavior explained and strategy. When you realize you're in a relationship with someone who is toxic, calculating, or worse, malicious, the most important thing isn't confrontation, it's strategy. Try these 4 steps. 1. Spot it. Recognize the behavior honestly. No excuses, no justifications. 2. Name it. Call it what it is. This isn't a misunderstanding. It's control, sabotage, manipulation. 3. Claim space. Create distance. Don't over-explain. You have the right to protect your peace. 4. Exit with intent. Leave consciously, not in anger, not in haste. Step away with a clear heart, not a wounded one. Real-life example. How to disconnect gracefully. I feel that this relationship no longer brings me safety. I don't want to continue interacting this way. I choose to walk away to preserve my clarity and my respect. You don't have to win the last conversation. You just need to leave with kindness toward yourself. Small lesson. Not everyone who walks away is weak, and silence isn't always defeat. The more you know your worth, the less you need to stay to prove it. Walking away isn't surrender. It's the act of someone who knows how to choose what deserves a place beside their heart. And now, after everything, maybe you're thinking about a few people in your life. Those who once hurt you, who made you question yourself, who smiled while pushing you toward the edge. In the final part of this video, I want to take a few moments to reflect on what we've explored and share a deeper insight, how to stay grounded, even when you can't change the people around you. Let's head to the final chapter, where we choose peace, not anger. Maybe, after watching this video, you're thinking of someone who once made you laugh and later made you cry in silence, someone who once praised you, but quietly pushed you aside when no one was looking, someone who once stood next to you, only to sink you when the opportunity came. And maybe what hurt the most wasn't that they hated you, but that you once believed they never would. But here's what you need to remember. You're not weak for trusting. You're simply someone with a heart, someone who wants to see the good in others, and that has never been wrong. But from now on, you can choose to keep that heart while also knowing how to protect it. You have the right to walk away. You have the right to keep your peace, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you choose quiet over conflict. True strength doesn't lie in controlling others. It lies in mastering your own response. If this video touched you in any way, leave a comment, share your story, or simply write one line. I understand. Someone reading the comments might see themselves in what you say, and if you want to keep walking alongside content like this, deep, layered, and healing, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's next, because I believe we grow stronger when we learn to listen to ourselves. Thank you for staying till the end. Protect your inner peace, because no one else can do that for you.